I've tried all these things and I would go down this path of like, I have to think about everything I've tried. Like, what am I missing? What am I missing? And this has been like the best exercise that totally eliminated that.
I think most people feel like they need like a huge overhaul, right? The 20-step plan that's going to like solve all my problems, you know? And that's so intimidating. And what I've found like over and over and over again is that it's usually pretty simple.
I think that attitude too, and like your enthusiasm has been like anytime I think like, oh, like, is this working? Like, should I like go back and think about it? I'm very like trusting in the whole process with it.
That's what I love about this group is
Oh
that
yeah.
we can see how like other people struggle too, you know? And I know that sounds so obvious and so cliche, but I do think we forget that.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
It's been
we
so
talk
helpful.
about this stuff a lot. And so it
Yeah.
feels very isolating. I feel like when we are struggling with something, and I hate to even say when, because we all, I mean, part of being human is just having problems. I heard somebody say, who was it? Oh, I think it was Tony Robbins. He said, people's biggest problem is that they think they shouldn't have any, right? Like problems are a guaranteed part of life.
Right. I'm Maggie. I'm from St. Louis, but currently live in Chicago. I work as a creative designer, fully remote for a company based in the UK. So work from home every day.
What was the main struggle you were having before you started?
I think my main struggle is probably just being consistent with things that I want to work on and, knowing exactly what I have to do, but just not doing it for longer than a couple days and having accountability. I know someone that's worked with Ellen before, and my mom actually follows Ellen on Instagram and saw her post about perfectionist women and thought it would be a great Christmas present to get
Love
me
it.
this course. I automatically saw results. I think I got really excited in the beginning and did the videos as soon as they popped up in the beginning of the week, because I wanted to implement them right away. And every week I really focused on what was the topic at hand. And I got to the end of the course and had all the tools. I really started to kind of see how it would fit into my life, but throughout the whole process, it was nice to kind of trust that I was going to get there and just listen and learn from everyone else that was going through it. It's tough for people that are tough on themselves, I think. So
Yeah.
being able to see, moms and like really like strong like leaders in their career, knowing that there's things that people that are perfectionists and high achievers deal with like throughout their whole life that I'll kind of be able to like manage with other people is pretty cool.
I love that. And that's
Um,
a really good,
nice answer, but
no, that's awesome. And actually that's really interesting because you're so right. Um,
yeah, Ellen, I've talked about it with my friends because I think it's something I'm like super proud of tackling
yeah, you
now. And
should be.
I do think like the people that are my age that I've brought this up to are like kind of jealous. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
awesome that you're tackling this and figuring it out. And with
Hmm.
social media, there's even more pressure to be like,
Yeah.
am I on track? Am I like reaching my goals or doing the things to reach my goals in the future? And so I think that pressure, like instead of like thinking about that all the time, it's like, okay, I'm in this course where I'm really gonna figure out like what energy I should give all of this. Being a part of this group has been awesome and like I kind of feel lucky.
I was you. I relate so much to you. And I really think every other woman in the course does too, because we're like high achievers and overachievers and perfectionists. And I remember just being like, whoa, like, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not supposed to be living like this all, or like
Yeah,
not supposed to be this stressed out or this
right.
overwhelmed all the time. And so I also feel like now, you know, mental health is so trendy. And so people are just so much more open to talking about it. I know it can be a little bit uncomfortable sharing, you know, stuff with a group of strangers, but like just get over it because it's going to be so valuable.
It's been all around super great. And seeing it grow and being a part of
Yes.
that for you has been awesome. So
There's so much of this. Well, I don't know that there's anything exactly like this out there. Hopefully not. But like there's so many people talking about like productivity and you know, meeting your goals and working towards being better that I think people, you know, are just nervous that like, well, am I going to get my money's worth out of this? And it's an investment and it's an investment in yourself. So I think these testimonials are going to be so valuable for people, you know, to kind of put a face behind the impact.
yeah.
When I'm working with my one-on-one people, right? Like we go kind of indefinitely, and like I make sure to continue to bring the value so that we're not just like check, you're done. It's like
Right.
continue to move goals forward, and like we add new process goals and work on like consistency and accountability, and kind of walking you guys through the accountability piece, and like, okay, if you're not nines or tens, what do we do? And if you are, what do we do? Like I would with any of my clients, like, how you doing on this stuff? And here's what we need to
Yeah.
do, on either end. So I think that's all my questions.
Yay. Oh my gosh,
Thank
this
you
has been
so
so
much. I know
special.
I took way more of your time than you're
Oh my
probably.
God, thank you. I got one-on-one time and that's not even what I paid for.
Well, you anytime. Like I said, I live for this. I love it. So don't hesitate to. I mean, we can always work it through in the chat too. But I just was like, I just feel like I'm going to talk you through
Well,
this because. So, all right, you are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
yeah, I'm gonna go set up my calendar here in a
All right,
second.
yeah, set up your calendar. You got your homework, and I
Awesome.
will maybe see you Monday.
Yeah, see you Monday.
All right, awesome.
Great, thanks, Ellen.
See
Bye.
ya.